Sargent's Hardware and Home Center in Brockton, where you'll find everything you need to live with. When you're looking for garden supplies, paint supplies, or building supplies, you'll find it all at Sargent's. If you need finishing wood, fancy wood, or just plain wood, Sargent's has it. And you get free delivery at Sargent's, too. You always receive friendly, personal attention whether you're buying one hammer or building an entire house. Mention you saw this commercial on Channel 3 and get a free Sargent's t-shirt with any $5 purchase. Sargent's Hardware and Home Center in Brockton at 50 Meadowbrook Road.
Welcome to our special television coverage of the Brockton High School 1984 graduation. Videotaped on Sunday, June 3rd. Produced for Channel 3 by Continental Cablevision.
Please, parents, friends, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 1984.
attention is called to the American flag flying on the pole behind the graduation platform. The flag is displayed today and will be at all future Brockton High School graduations in memory of the late Robert Leon Boss, a graduate of the class of 1963. Robert gave his life for our nation in Vietnam on May 6, 1966. This flag, which was draped on his casket, has been given to the Brockton High School by the Boss family, and the Brockton High School Committee has decreed that his sacrifice will be honored in the above annual tradition. This minute, too, is part of eternity.
The Star Spangled Banner will now be sung by Laurie Dow.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the fair world did glide, o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare, the bomb bursting in air, gave truth to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We will now have the salute to the flag by Christelle Norcross.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please be seated. Invocation will be by Reverend Joseph Donovan, St. Margaret's Parish.
Almighty God, our Father, we recognize your presence here as we gather to honor the graduates of Brockton High School in this year of 1984. We acknowledge their achievement and pray that you will strengthen them to meet the challenge of the future, and so that they may assume the responsibilities of productive citizens of our great land. Help them to see that the benefits which they have received and the talents which you have given them are best used in the service of their fellow man, for peace, for justice, and for the building of community. Bless their parents, whose hearts are filled with justified pride and joy as they see their love and sacrifice bear fruit. Bless the teachers and administrators, whose unsparing efforts, interest, and care have made this day possible. May the beauty of your creation, which we see today, inspire us. May the joy of your life fill us, and may peace, of which you are the author, come to all our world. Amen.
Mr. Robert Caputo, President of the class of 1984. On On behalf of the class of 1984, we'll now extend a welcome to parents and guests.
On behalf of the class of 1984, I would like to welcome parents, relatives, faculty, honored guests, and especially students to the Brockton High School class of 1984 graduation. We've been waiting for this day for 12 years, and it's finally here. Throughout these years, we have formed many lasting friendships, and as each year passed, we've grown and developed with old friends as well as new. Because of our closeness, we were able to successfully work together and leave our mark at Brockton High, an impression that will be remembered for a long time. Together, the class of 1984 earned the title of being the most successful class financially ever to graduate from Brockton High. But more importantly, we have the reputation of being an excellent class in attitude, pride, and conduct, a fact often complimented on by faculty. We've earned this reputation as one single body, developing our characters so that today we are responsible young adults. It is now time to take what we have learned and accomplished and show that we are able to go out on our own and live up to the high standards we have set. We deserve all the success we have attained at Brockton High. We must now strive for success in our own personal lives and make our mark in the world. But we do this now as individuals, but always with the remembrance that we are proud members of the class of 1984. Thank you.
Each graduation, one of my personal greatest pleasures is to award the Scholastic Honor Award for outstanding academic achievement to the #1 ranked senior in the class of 1984. This year, the award goes to Famora Fischel. The graduation address this year will be given by Karen Goldberg.
The author, Thomas Wolfe, once wrote, "Man's youth is a wonderful thing. It is so full of anguish and of magic, and he never comes to understand it as it is, until it has gone from him forever." As I stand before you, the graduating class of 1984, I see the youth, the anguish, and the magic in your eyes. I share the feeling of accomplishment that we all have today. In recalling our accomplishments at Brockton High School, we recall the anguish and the magic of these past 4 years. Peering into the looking glass of the past, the year of 1980 comes into view. As freshmen, we felt the anguish of our vulnerability and naivete as we began Brockton High. Everything seemed so vast, so challenging, so crowded. In a short time, we felt the magic of interacting with a cross-section of students. We felt the magic of Brockton High School's diverse curriculum that encouraged us to think about new ideas. We soon became connected to this grand institution. We were a part of the Brockton High School student body. During our freshman year, America felt the anguish from the seizure of the American embassy in Iran, anguish from the murder of John Lennon, and anguish at the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. The magic was finally felt in the Winter Olympics when the Americans beat the Russians in hockey and won a magical gold medal for the United States. In addition to its being our freshman year, 1980 was an election year. America elected a new president whom we hoped would lead us out of the recession in toward economic stability. As America tried to pull herself together, the class of 1984 pulled out a freshman year. We began to experience our lives as sophomores. In sophomore year, we felt the anguish of heavier responsibilities and harder classes. We became aware that Brockton High School was the part-time home, which housed our academic and social worlds. During the year of 1982, we began expressing our views through T-shirts and pins. A new wave of patriotism swept the land when 52 Americans were finally set free from Iranian captivity. Fashion became a bit more punk, slightly risque, and less preppy. Just as fashions fade away, sophomore year faded into memory. Our junior year became our reality. As juniors, we were anguished by the letters S-A-T, which reminded us that we should take ourselves and our academic life more seriously, for our future was at stake. Although we were upperclassmen, mature and responsible, we were clinging to the magic of our youth while we still enjoyed the safe world within Brockton High. In the course of 1983, we watched as the application of Proposition 2.5 took control of our city and of our curriculum. We watched as Planet Saturn appeared on our television sets, thanks to Voyager 1. And for those of you who may have gotten up at 3:30 in the morning, you watched Prince Charles wed Lady Diana. The looking glass is much clearer now. Our senior year comes into view. There is still the anguish. The Olympics are boycotted by the Russians. Athletes are again being used as political pawns. And American Marines died in the Civil War in Lebanon. Our senior year has brought us much magic also. We saw the power of technology with the success of the space shuttle. We witnessed a political coming of age for America with our first black presidential candidate, Jesse Jackson. People became more concerned with nuclear power, and the phrase, disarmament now, is heard around the globe. As seniors, we find that our yesterdays have turned into todays. Suddenly, the class of 1984 finds themselves at the end of our senior year. On this closing day, we take time to give thanks. We give thanks to Principal Reagan, to our housemasters and assistant housemasters. We give thanks to the administrators, to past Superintendent Whalen and to present Superintendent George. We give thanks to all of our friends and most deeply to our families. With their help, we have come to understand that life is full of anguish and of magic. We have learned that our youth will not last forever. We must appreciate what we have and what we had here at Brockton High. Our eyes begin to focus upon the text of our lives, our reality. And the reality is, we cannot live in our yesterdays. We must live for today. We must think for tomorrow. For tomorrow brings us into a changing world where we will share certain universal goals. We should strive for a world where peace, equality, and justice are prevalent. As individuals, we shall strive towards achieving our own goals, whether that means finding a job or surviving a college course. One must be optimistic and open-minded, for the only barriers we set are our own. When you leave this stadium today, you will be beginning a new life full of aspirations and accomplishments. Whenever in your life you feel unable to go on, recall the feelings of accomplishment and pride which you are feeling right now. Hopefully, this will be the remembrance to push you onward. Since 12 years of anguish and magic are coming to an end, we live with another fact of life that applies to our youth and to our adulthood. The fact is that man's life is a wonderful thing. A life where man will encounter much anguish and much magic. A man may never understand life as it truly is, but he can certainly appreciate life with all the anguish and all the magic. Today, we realize, is a closing era in our life. We also realize that today is a new era, where we will encounter new experiences of anguish and magic. I would like to share with you a statement once said by a Brockton High School teacher. He said, "If ever you are down, keep your chin up and reach deep into your soul, for there you will find your pride. With that pride, you can only be a winner." As our 4 years of high school are coming to an end, remember that we are a proud winning team, 1,048 members strong. We are the members of the graduating class of 1984. And on this day, we are truly the winners. I wish you all the best of luck. And I'd like to say happy anniversary to my parents. 20 seconds. Good luck. Thank you very much.
The presentation of the class gift will be by Jamie Pesnola.
Students, parents, faculty, invited guests, Mr. Reagan, Mr. George, and Mayor Pitaro. It is with great honor and pride that I stand here before you as a member of the class of 1984, a class that is built on pride and has learned to always strive for excellence. Many of us have been raised in Brockton, and to live in Brockton is to be proud, a city made of champions, from legends like Rocky Marciano and Marvelous Marvin Hagler, to the students here graduating today. There is a special pride, a tradition, that all of us will carry on throughout our life, wherever we may be. As we go on to college or to start a career, we will take a lot of memories from Brockton High, and we will always hold in our hearts the desire to strive to be the best. The class of 1984 would like to leave as an expression of our pride for our school and for our city by giving a wooden hand-carved sign that will hang at the administration entrance by a Forest Ave. It will read, "Welcome to Boxer Country, home of the champions." Thank you, Brockton and Brockton High, for helping us grow and learn. And to the class of 1984, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
Leslie Marie Flatus will now sing Out Here on My Own, accompanied by John McClain.
Sometimes I wonder where I've been, who I am, do I fit in? Make believing is hard alone, out here on my own. We're always proving who we are, always reaching for that
outgoing President Robert Caputo will now transmit the gavel to the President of the Class of 1985, Susan Moore.
My honor and privilege to hand over the gavel to Susan Moore, President of the Class of 1985, in the hope that they too are successful in setting high standards and attaining their goals. Susan.
Thank you, Bob. It is a great honor and pleasure to receive the gavel from you. I hope that I do as well with it as you have. On behalf of the class of 85, I would like to wish the graduating class of 84 the best of luck. We have grown close throughout our past high school years. You have set good examples for us, and in your footsteps may we follow. You have left fond memories in our hearts. You have showed us the way to live a senior year in which we will be sure to remember. You have always carried a feeling of pride throughout our Boxer country. We have looked up to the class of 84 and asked questions. You always gave answers. We have looked up to the class of 84 for support, and you've always stood behind us. We've looked up to the class of 84 for friendship, and you made us part of the family. So from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you, the class of 84, for your inspiration. You are what we strive to be, successful in every possible aspect. But this is not goodbye, for the memories you leave us with will be here with each of us, each and every day, from here on, no matter where you are. Best wishes for health, wealth, and happiness in the future. Reach high for what you want. The sky's the limit. Lastly, thanks for the memories. Good luck. Welcome, class of 1985.
Mayor Carl D. Pataro, assisted by Superintendent of the Schools, Manthala George Jr., will now award diplomas to the class officers of the class of 1984. President Robert Caputo, Vice President Jamie Pesnola, Secretary Christelle Norcross, Treasurer Kevin Quinn. We will now begin the presentation to the members of the class of 1984. You go.
Elizabeth Brighton, Robert O'Connell, Karen Colbert, and Richard Small.
Just wait until they get up there a little bit more.
Not now?
No, we'll just wait for a little bit more. Because sometimes if you go too quick, you might not everybody there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Executive Committee, Jane M. Cahill, Karen L. Goldberg, Daniel P. Hughes, Alex G. Sona. Senate, Regina M. Foldinetti, Michelle L. Mercado, Michelle L. St. Cyr, Christian Tacanet. Dara G. Aberdeen, Carmelo Accardi, Catherine Accardi, Barbara L. Allred, Cindy L. Altieri, Janice E. Bamford, Michael R. Barry, Rodley Bagel, Erica J. Bell, Nadine C. Bertrand, Laura M. Bellador, Jean M. Blanchard, Michelle L. Blanchard, Stephen R. Bolduc, Susan M. Bosco, Richard A. Bottery, Mona T. Boyens, Joseph A. Brown, Susan J. Bullock, Stephen L. Burrow, Erin P. Butler, Todd C. Butler, Ernest E. Butner, Cosimo Casavo, Jean M. Cathell, H-Man L. Kane, Marietta K. Callisto, Scott A. Calendar, David A. Casaro, Jacqueline R. Carroll, Renee A. Casavant, James P. Cassie, Elizabeth M. Casper, Matthew R. Chappelle, Kevin P. Charleston, Matthew Caramella, Philip B. Close, Janice B. Cohen, John C. Cole, Stephen Colombo, Paul D. Carter, Sean P. Constantine, Stephen J. Conway, Dwayne E. Cooper, John A. Corey, Brian J. Hawk, Carlos A. Cruz, John M. Cullinane, Andrew W. Cunningham, Kevin J. Cunningham, Kimberly M. DeAndrade, Joseph M. DeVito, Patricia M. Donahue, Susan T. Doobie, Richard P. Dunn, Matthew B. Ibiantesta, Heidi P. Edelson, Joanna M. Edmondson, Raymond E. Ellis, Eric P. Eppinger, John M. Ferrara, Brian J. Field, Dwayne M. Files, Carla M. Flamini, Peter E. Blathers, Helen M. Francesca, Darren B. Borton, Deborah A. Fuchs, Ronald J. Furr, Brian C. Gallagher, Therese M. Gallant, Jerome J. Gardina, Nancy C. Gastingway, Patrice E. Gaynor, David W. Dino, Thomas W. Georgakopoulos, Nicholas T. Gianaris, Sean P. Gazier, John M. Gillis, Michael A. Gilmore, Osvaldo Gomes, Gary S. Goodwin, Catherine M. Goodwin, David T. Gregory, Colleen M. Hallahan, Rodney A. Hamilton, Darren A. Hand, Bernice Harmon, Robert Harrison, Rayanne M. Haskell, Dorothy J. Hathaway, Catherine A. Hayes, Julie A. Hebb, John C. Hinckley, Michael F. Hoadley, Cynthia A. Hoverstadt, Catherine H. Hughes, David L. Hughes, Crystal Y. Hunter, Cheryl J. Isaacs, Lisa J. Jacobs, Wanda Jastrzemski, Kimberly R. Johnson, Lisa J. Johnson, Laurie E. Jones, Kenneth G. Cassica, Christopher S. Tilsby, Edith E. Tilsby, Keith G. Kruskal, Sarah J. Lebrecht, Carolyn J. Lacey, Dana M. Messina, Christopher L. LaPlante, Stephen T. Lazier, David G. Laval, Kevin M. Lave, David J. Lamar, Kenneth R. Lofstrom, Judith A. Looney, Janine M. Lope, Gina R. Lovepierre, Susan L. Lunis, Joseph C. Leidick, Bruce K. Lynch, Joseph E. Lynch, Suzanne M. Lynch, Bonnie M. McGregor, Keith M. McLean, David T. McCura, John R. McGuire, Susan M. Mahoney, Patricia R. Malcolm, Charles M. Maloney, Kimberly J. Marshalitis, Lisa E. Marafa, Greg A. Martello, Maureen K. Martin, David A. Mason, Margaret J. Matter, David R. Maynard, Derek J. McClinton, Susan B. McDonald, Donna M. McGowan, Stephen A. McIntyre, John L. McLean, Kim F. Mendez, Richard K. Milburn, Charlene T. Mooney, Maureen C. Moore, Gary L. Moses, Monica J. Muniz, Charles S. Murphy, John C. Murphy, Sally A. Murphy, Vincent L. Murphy, Patrick V. Murray, Kalima B. Nadim, John M. Nelson, Kelly A. Noonan, Mary E. Noonan,
Okay.
which was Eileen M. Norton, Cynthia F. Nye, Wayne F. Nye, Mary E. O'Brien, Michael F. O'Hara, Michael F. Olcott, Rose M. O'Neill, Charlotte M. Orton, Terrence T. O'Toole, Stacy A. Oxenhorn, Sherry L. Palmer, Richard D. Parizal, Christine M. Peachy, Sherry L. Tesson, Mark W. Pierce, Lisa M. Pignato, Mary Beth Pike, Michael A. Pimentel, George J. Convino, Herbert J. Trenton, Christopher A. Price, Norman L. Pine, James M. Quigley, Sharon M. Quinn, Deborah L. Rice, Michael K. Richards, Kathy M. Rivard, Janet Rivera, Janine M. Roberts, Deborah C. Rowley, Antonio S. Santos, Armenia T. Santos, Mark Scaff, Susan M. Shute, Stephen J. Scott, Wayne A. Scully, David M. Sergi, James R. Shaw, Michael J. Sheridan, Robin M. Simmons, Deanna M. Smith, Donald M. Smith, Lenita J. Smith, Lillian R. Smith, John D. Smith, Denise D. Solikoff, Robert J. Souza, Terry A. Badia, Joseph T. Bacuza, Karen M. Stoddard, James E. Dow, Laurie J. Strom, Stephen J. Sullivan, Michael G. Suzy, Vitas P. Suzadelis, Christina J. Swithers, Irene A. Seidel, Athasios N. Pagantitis, Walter W. Taylor, Stephen M. Tessier, Carla M. Thomas, Paula J. Thomas, Guy A. Canucci, Patricia A. Tracy, Sean D. Tracy, Scott A. Trigari. His name's gonna tell me. Bruce A. Caminelli, Mark E. Turcott, Michael F. Vong, Robert M. Bernaglia, Herbert A. Vining, Catherine M. Bowden, Richard A. Vogel, Erlene Walker, Mark W. Wedge, Laurie E. Weeks, Constance E. Whalen, Jeffrey T. Wisner, Christine A. Wilkins, Christine M. Yankin, Susan L. York.
We will now present the diplomas to members of the Azure House.
Azure House Executive Committee, Sean G. Brown, Deborah B. Fishman, Greg A. Lindy, Monica K. Moffett. Azure House Senate, Andrew R. Cohen, Samora V. Fischel.
You want it on this?
David L. Ween.
Piece of work.
Allison J. Adams. Todd A. Adams. Raymond L. Allaire. Juan P. Antone. Chrysanthi N. Arventides. Linda D. Askew. Cheryl A. Atwood. Lisa B. Avrin. Priscilla J. Bailey. Pedro R. Barros. Michael A. Bartarelli. Kevin D. Battle. Roman L. M. Battle. Melanie L. Beckman. Stuart I. Bell. Melissa A. Bender. Christopher P. Bergeron. Nicole Bersani. Tina M. Bester. Catherine J. Bonaparte. Jean M. Bogan. Nancy J. Bozen. Ronald P. Brothers. Renee M. Brown. Stephen M. Buckley. Mary Jane Burbank. Elena R. Burns. Christine M. Callahan. DeBran P. Campbell. David W. Chancellor. Laureen M. Celia. Michael J. Serrato. Lynn M. Chamberlain. Joanne M. Cheney. Michael J. Chuckruck. Timothy S. Clancy. Don A. Kobus.
Yeah, right. Just don't sing it. Say it.
Mark C. Cohen.
Good.
Robert M. Cohen.
Good.
Diane E. Colombo.
Now you're singing it. Say it name.
Marianne Cordaro. Cynthia Corey. Ronald E. Cormier Jr. Paul S. Cosgrove.
Good.
Gina M. Creeley. Paula M. Crehan. Anne Marie Craney. Robin D. Croft. Robert J. Zarniak. Brenda L. Davis. Jacqueline A. Dean. Vasco DeAndre. Francine M. DeSisto. Michelle A. Diaz. Dennis M. DeBurgo. Angela C. DiOrio. Terry M. Deulis. Michelle Drew. Terry M. Deulis. Michelle D. Dancheco. Christine M. Donahue. Gary T. Drew. Daniel J. Driscoll. Robert C. Druhan. David S. Duato. Scott E. Duhamel. Gene Economist. Kathleen A. Engelhardt. Aurora Z. Escalante.
Engelhardt is out.
Mary E. Ezepek. Christine M. Farrar. Thomas J. Farwell. Michael A. Spellman. Kristen A. M. Fernberg, Albert W. Ferretti, Tina M. Fisher, Tina M. Flint, Cheryl A. Foley, Andrew J. Franzen, Evelyn M. Fuentes, David B. Gelman, Maureen E. George, Denise E. Girardin, Robert B. Gledhill III, Cheryl A. Glennon, Manuel C. Gomes, Julie A. Goddell, Michael D. Grant, Christine M. Gray, Stephen A. Gray, Christopher J. Greenstein, Mark J. Hamilton, Glenn A. Hartman, James J. Hartman, David A. Oxley, Andrew S. Hay, Joan M. Hay, George A. Hager Jr., Lou Herr, Tuan Herr, Todd Heyman, Cheryl A. Hill, Deborah A. Hawker, Alan D. Hoffman, Karen I. Hutchings, Leanna Anzalaco, Susan Lee Jones, Shaheen Kachwala, John F. Cato, Shannon R. Keith, Andrea J. Kelly, B. Tang, E. Tang, Daniel A. Klein, Heidi J. Costa, Claire Katopoulos, Karen A. Karaku, Edward R. Levesque, Joanne Levy, Sophocles Christos Leopopoulos, Theodore Christos Leopopoulos, Christine S. Liassos, Risa S. Leipster, Karen M. Leolios, Gerard E. McDonald, Susan F. McDonald, Edward M. Mapp, Teresa R. Melu, Suzanne Marchionda, Vasiliki Margaritas, William M. Mark, Trudy A. Marshall, Daniel A. Marzelli, Kendra A. Masitis, Nicole Macefield, Michelle Menard, Irene R. McBride, Teresa A. McBride, Bruce McCluskey, Bruce McCluskey, Kim McDonald? No, Kim McBride. Kim McDonald, Stanley A. McLaren Jr., Bernadette M. McLaughlin, Mark A. McLaughlin, Avery W. McNeil, Thomas J. McNulty, Jocelyn Melendez, Darren D. Mency, David E. Michaels, Frank J. Middleton Jr., Alan J. Moore, Laurie G. Morton, Gerard J. Motto, Eugene Mushi, Terry Muse, Jerry. Christopher M. Murphy, Richard J. Murphy, Peter John P. Ninos, John C. Norton, Teresa L. Nutting, Daniel J. O'Brien, Sean P. O'Neill, John E. Oriola, Wendy J. Osborne, Darren E. Packard, Madeline J. Pagan, Gregory M. Pava, George A. Santos, Dara M. Paparo, Margaret M. Peckham, James A. Perkins, Wendy M. Perrin, Kathy Y. Perry, Darren A. Perry, Robert C. Peters, Thomas M. Petinato, Tuan Pham, Karen Piantoni, Natalie M. Piantoni, John J. Pitty, Debbie A. Porter, Gregory W. Porter, Peter F. Kouliopoulos, Pamela M. Preston, Sandra J. Puccillo, Derek D. Randolph, Kevin M. Richards, Maureen P. Riley, Laura G. Ritucci, Kimberly A. Robbins, Sherry A. Roberts, Deborah M. Robillard, Joanne M. Rubicini, David A. Rutherford, Nanette M. Ryan, Anthony J. Sayer, Neil E. Sampson, Christos N. Serantos, Sidney M. Mitchell, Joseph A. Scavelia, Helena Siegel, Laurie M. Selden, Ellen S. Shapiro, Karen E. Shea, Terrence M. Shea, Scott Siegel, Mary A. Silverstein, David M. City, Michelle J. Smart, Stacy A. Smith, Darren M. Snow, Anthony R. Soares, Richard F. Spano, Michael Spillane. Mary E. Spillane. Doreen R. Stevens. Stephanie J. Stevens. Linda J. Summers. Terry J. Sylvester. Janice L. Taylor. Sandra L. Kessier. Lisa M. Tebow. Jennifer Tote. Russell A. Tyler. Keem Ein T. Young. Kwan Neen Young. Jean E. Fold. Margaret A. Webby. Melissa A. Welch. Lucy J. Westcott. Heidi A. White. Andrew Wilkinson. Christine S. Wood. Sally R. Wright. David A. Yeshulis. Darren E. Young. Walter E. Young. Michael P. Zarella. Michael J. Zioli. Catherine Hanson. Is that Catherine? Yeah. Okay. You have it? Yeah. Okay. Mr.
Diplomas will now be awarded to the graduates of Ithaca High School.
Laura Baldwin. Bruce Blacker. Susan Francis. Troy Hatfield. Jeffrey Tate. Alicia O'Connell. Jeffrey Parker. Vincent Waldington.
Diplomas will now be awarded to members of the greenhouse by Mrs. Ann McCormick, Vice Chairman of the School Committee, assisted by Mr. Joseph Plouffe, Assistant Superintendent of Schools.
Members of the Executive Committee, Greenhouse, Elise S. Gilbert. Rita T. Kelly. Laurie A. Miller. Emily J. Valakat. Members of the Senate, Greenhouse. Edie L. Bass. Carolyn B. Carey. Michael J. Kerr. Kim A. Accord.
Michael.
Anne Marie Aiello. Kenneth E. Albertazzi. Peter D. Anderson. Thomas G. Anderson. Darrell J. Mayan. Diane Patricia Archikowski. Jean M. Ashe. Michael T. Ashmore. Dolly T. Attia. Colin P. Augustine. Deborah A. Barnett. Avelino L. Barrow. Kenneth F. Beals. Suzanne Beauregard. Richard F. Beckford. Gloria L. Bender. John Benoit.
Good, nice and loud.
Christine M. Benoit. Brenda E. Bent. Amy F. Blackman. Carla Blount. Peter J. Bonfilio, Jr. Mona Lisa A. Borges. Leanne Boyle. Michelle M. Brown. Paula L. Burgessson. Alfred Virgo. Leslie Burrell. Richard T. Burton. Joseph Bushy. Eileen Kane. Elaine A. Carey. Bridget Carney. Joanne Kerr. Elena Centeo. Miguel A. Centeo. Deborah J. Chin. Deborah A. Cody. Robert T. Cohen. Stephen M. Cohen. John R. Camo, Jr. Michelle M. Camo. James J. Cordero. Joseph R. Coughlin. Mark Crane. Helen Cronin. John C. Crowley. Lisa M. Cruz. Anne Marie Dadak. Thomas H. Dahlborg. Doreen A. D'Antono. David DeRoy. Jessica Dorigo. Lynn Davis. Michael R. DeHay. Adrian A. Dietrich. Stacy H. Devery.
No, they're just switching. Okay, go ahead.
Laurie A. DeBona. Anne Marie DePasqua. Sandra L. Dolan. Thomas W. Dolan, Jr. Laurie J. Dow. Rondalee R. Duart. Christine M. Duffy. Kelly T. DuLong. Brian R. Ellis. Lisa M. Fabry. Judith C. Fargo. Brian P. Feely. Paul E. Feeney, Jr. Sheila Fields. Gina M. Figurato. Tammy Figueroa. Eileen M. Fitch. Mary Ellen Fontina. Michael Forrest. Elise Foster. Vincent M. Fontaine III. Catherine A. Boyd. James C. Gabrick. Nancy A. Gilbert. Curtis A. Gant. David Gill. Andrew A. Gillis. Kim M. Godwin. Benjamin Gore, Christopher Grandy, David C. Green, Anthony A. Grimes, Jr., Rebecca M. Gross, Lizette Wash, Scott R. Hallett, Donald Harris, Kenneth Harris, Phyllis E. Harrison, Mark D. Harvey, Gala Haynes, Ronald Tepshe, Karen Heighton, Susan Hilliard, Allison L. Hodge, Melvin E. Holtz, Robin L. Hallway, Arisa R. Humphreys, Kimberly A. Hunter, Mark M. Hurley, Don M. Irving, Douglas Jameson Barrett, Lisa L. Jennings, Jennifer S. Johnson, Natalie A. Jones, Richard A. Jones, Jr., Valerie Catkin, Timothy P. Katsaganis, Elizabeth A. Keene, Lauren E. Kelleher, Cynthia J. Kennedy, Ellen T. Kent, Sheila A. Kite, Lisa M. Kilday, Stephen H. Kramer, Christopher A. Lafon, Fung Mi Lum, Kwang Lum, Robert L. Lang, Brian M. Lawler, Karen E. Lee, Maria T. Lehan, Raymond J. Lassard, Wee Lin, David R. Litchfield, James E. Locke, Michael B. Lovett, Lisa M. Lucia, Lauren M. McDonald, Kim M. Macedon, Gina M. Manoli, Susan J. Marble, Crystal M. Marsh, Daniela Martin, Michelle R. Matthews, Renee B. Mizuko, Dawn M. McCarthy, Linda A. McCarthy, Patricia A. McCutcheon, Paul McDougall, Maureen McNamara, Michelle Medeiros, Domingos G. Mendez, John F. Miggins, Jr., James J. Miranda, Tony Montero, Joseph C. Moran, Deborah J. Morrill, Gary M. Morrison, Darlene L. Morse, John J. Mulligan, Mary E. Murphy, Terry A. Massari, Pauline M. Naughton, Michelle Nee, Cheryl A. Nelson, Kin Nguyen, Cheryl A. Noonan, Linda M. Norris, Derek M. Olivaci, Douglas R. Olson, Brian T. O'Malley, Kimberly O'Neill, Tara L. O'Neill, Lisa M. Orlando, James M. Osborne, Kim M. O'Toole, Margaret A. O'Toole, Eileen A. Paul, Suzanne M. Posey, John Helene, Deborah A. Perry, Karen L. Perry, Denise F. Peters, Gregory C. Peters, James R. Peterson, Tom Fan, Tan Hein Fan, Mark B. Pepiora, Edward F. Pierce, Nancy A. Pigeon, Barbara A. Pina, Robert J. Pinault, William P. Pope III, James F. Pratt, Jr., Joseph M. Price, Scott A. Pavinskas, John G. Raoul, Richard E. Reagan, Jr., Daniel R. Reardon, Vernon L. Reed, Rick A. Reed, Joao B. Ribeiro, Marlo F. Riggs, Michelle D. Rogerson, Janet Rosario, Maureen E. Rose, Susan G. Rosen, Laurie M. Rubin, Miguel Ruiz, Pamela J. Rasconi, Richard Saltmarsh, Ross J. Shaw, Beth A. Sherman, Teresa A. Shine, Stephen Simsick, Joanne M. Sloan, Tina L. Smart, Ellen L. Smith, Kim L. Smith, Linda A. Smith, Christine M. Souza, Peter F. Dahl, Tina M. Stanley, Tyrone E. Stark, Laurie Stengel, Kelly L. Stevens, Carol A. Sullivan, Lynn M. Sullivan, Mary A. Sullivan, Michelle T. Tabachnik, Florentina Tavares, Robert F. Teeter, Kin Tai, Stephen J. Thompson, Mark B. Toomey, Diana E. Tosca, V. Min Chun. Marcel L. Krasinski. Angela Travers. Deborah L. Trenovich. Sherry K. Bacino. Teresa A. Bassapolo. Christina B. Venskis. Joao P. Vieira. Jose Vieira. Sharice Watt Arnold. Jacqueline L. Weaver. Allison G. Wedge. Kathleen M. Weeby. Sandra J. Welsh. Rachel B. Word. Tracy L. Wilbur. Tammy J. Williams. Elizabeth G. Xavier. Kim A. Zaleski. Faith A. Zoino. Yellow Health member Thomas Nightingale.
I would respectfully ask that the members of the class of '84 who have received their diplomas please show respect for your fellow members in the Red House and do not celebrate until the last graduate has received his or her diploma. Thank you.
Red House Executive Committee, Thomas P. Brady. Beverly E. Brown. Elizabeth M. Smith. Kristen M. Saddleman. Red House Senator Elaine M. Moshe. Rabab E. Abergeri. Gail M. Alexander. Narissa Ali. Angel Alvarez. Robert S. Amaral. Michelle F. Amin. Mark D. Inapolsky. George A. Anderson. Francisco S. Andrade. Jeffrey A. Aronofsky. Lori A. Ashley. Ellen M. Audette. Gina M. Balzotti. Kenneth E. Barge. Derek A. Barassa. Donna J. Barrett. John M. Bobian. Jose C. Bejarano. Dorothy Bell. Kim A. Bennett. Vanessa L. Bennett. Peter D. Bobelier. Elizabeth Bojazinski. Michelle S. Boucher. Evagalia Brutus. Constance M. Bouvet. Dennis C. Bradford. Tina M. Barrasso. Matthew L. Brown. Charles S. Bryson. Virginia Burke. Cynthia Capone. Kristen M. Carbonera. Laurie B. Carlson. David G. Charland. Karen J. Churchill. Kirsten Clark. Candy D. Clausen. Kevin M. Collins. Susan J. Condon. Maureen Connors, Kimberly S. Copeland, Linda J. Correa, Ilda T. Costa, Christopher M. Canellis, Lisa M. Coward, Tracy L. Cruther, Brian J. Cummings, Patrick J. Stacy, James A. De Silva, Peter A. Dauber, Doreen A. Day, Elena M. Dessette, Mark T. Duran, Eric J. DeSatnik, Melissa J. DeLillo, Stephen T. Dolan, Lisa A. Doyle, Dole, Richard J. Dooley, Timothy J. Dooley, Timothy J. Doyle, Amy L. Buben, Scott F. Eggersheim, William J. Eggert, Christine L. Ernst, Eric D. Irving, Sally A. Everson, Carlos J. Avora, Lisa M. Fernandez, Sherry I. Finn, Lois A. Fitzgerald, Patrick B. Fitzsimmons, Leslie M. Flatt, William L. Flynn, Patrick M. Forrest, Pamela J. Fratlick, Lisa M. Francis, Laurie A. Frovio, Mark J. Gabarel, Carlos Garcia, Renee C. Guerreri, Michelle E. Gaudet, Denise M. Gilboy, Lisa M. Gilboy, Brian A. Gillis, Cynthia A. Goy, Robert H. Goodman, Andrea B. Goodson, Lisa E. Gormley, Edward G. Guthrow, Cindy C. Grande, Marianne Guerra, William L. Galedge, George E. Haddad, Donna M. Hay, Jason R. Haney, Brian Hall, Daniel R. Halpin, Kelly M. Hanlon, Michelle A. Harris, Ronald K. Harris, Karen Ann Hatsock, Deidre L. Hayes, Walter A. Hayes, Michelle G. Haywood, Brian T. Horseman, Gail P. Hoxton, Deborah J. Hughes, Valerie M. Hume, Tina M. Honeywell, Thomas J. Hunt, David E. Ilsley, Patricia A. Jankowski, Paul F. Jankowski Jr., Deborah M. Johnson, Ernest R. Johnson. John H. Johnson. Lisa A. Johnson. Crystal April A. Jones. Nam Young Hu. Tracy A. Kaiser. Diana C. Konevsky. Diane J. Kelly. Beth L. Kessel. Marianne Kilroy. James F. King. Sandra L. Knight. Christina Kuehl. Janet E. Coolish. Timothy J. Leahy. Elaine L. Libby. John P. Lodgedice. Michael P. Lombardo. Angeline Lowe. Eric C. Loring. Tracy M. Lundeen. William M. McGoslin. Henry D. McKinnon. Philip D. McInish. Jeffrey R. McAlpine. Suzanne M. McCormick. Michael A. McDonald. Mary Beth McElhinney.
You can say this.
Richard J. McGrand. Kevin J. McIntry. Kevin J. McIntyre. Lily D. McLaughlin. Matthew J. McLaughlin. Sean M. McLaughlin. James T. McMahon. Ronald McMurtry. Regina A. Musey. Laura J. Milbury. Michael F. Millett. Grace M. Minnick. Robert J. Morrissey, Jr. Paul J. Morrow. Matthew R. Morse. Sean N. Mullins. William J. Murphy. William W. Napper. Donald A. Nash. Andrea L. Najalis. Maureen A. Noonan. Kristen M. Norcross.
Hold it, give her a minute.
Barbara A. Norman. Richard A. Oates. Michael D. O'Brien. Lisa M. O'Keefe. John M. Olson. Neil A. Osofsky. Anna Sin Peck. Vincent J. Panico. Robert J. Pasquarelli. Bobby L. Patrick Jr. Kenneth Pelton. Brian E. Pendleton. Linda C. Pereira. Coleman Perkins. Kimberly Karen. Daniel T. Peterson. Maria G. Petronio. Mary Lou Piantoni. Elizabeth J. Picanzo. Maria M. Pinto. Daniel T. Poirier, Kimberly A. Policino, Mitchell S. Fossick, Tammy A. Presida, Beth E. Richmond, Janet M. Robinson, Joseph P. Roach, Patricia A. Rogers, Kimberly J. Root, Lisa M. Smatowitz, Christopher G. Savio, Richard E. Scully, Joseph Sibelian, John Marie Sealy, Eileen P. Shea, Thomas E. Sheehan, Tina M. Silvestri, Lisa A. Simpson, Herbert E. Sims, Jean-Pierre Gare, Darren J. Smith, Mary Ellen Spillane, Rosemary Stack, William A. Stanowitz, Lisa A. Stevie, Scott A. Stone, Robert G. Studley, Kara A. Sullivan, Michael F. Sullivan, Robert L. Sullivan, Robert L. Sturtum, James M. Travalt, Jr., Gregory J. Tolan, Lon T. Tron,
Turn right to the plane.
Laurie N. Uzo, Linda L. Vardaro, Sandra J. Veslet, Joseph A. Vella, Daniel M. Venuto, Hao M. Vu, Helen A. Walker,
Wait a minute. Let's see what this is. Hold on. I'm going to go through. Those three go through.
Kathleen M. Walsh, Charles B. White, Donna M. Williams, Donald I. Willis,
Hold it.
Patricia Zamet, and Judy A. Zinkovich. Congratulations! Woo! Kathy Walsh is there.
Do those last two.
Where?
Read the names. Who were they? Walsh and Kim Willington.
Kathleen M. Walsh,
Kim Willington.
Sargent's Hardware and Home Center in Brockton, where you'll find everything you need to live with. When you're looking for garden supplies, paint supplies, or building supplies, you'll find it all at Sargent's. If you need finishing wood, fancy wood, or just plain wood, Sargent's has it. And you get free delivery at Sargent's, too. You always receive friendly, personal attention whether you're buying one hammer or building an entire house. Mention you saw this commercial on Channel 3 and get a free Sargent's t-shirt with any $5 purchase. Sargent's Hardware and Home Center in Brockton at 50 Meadowbrook Road.